Hello, everybody. Hello. Oh, very small. It's very small for a second. Oh, hold on. Actually, one moment. I'm not appearing. There we go. Now I'm emerging. There's a little minor technical difficulties there. I was not coming out of the stage. Sorry, I hadn't fully dressed yet. I'm prepared now. I'm here. Don't you worry. I've arrived. Hello, WBL Panther 37. Oh wait, I'm just gonna call you Panther. That seems easier. Yes, that's a lot of yays, but I'm really glad you have so many yays there. But hello, everybody. Oh, I forgot to go live posts on Twitter and Blue Sky. It's up now. Okay. Hello. I know what I'm doing. But welcome to stream, my stream, the stream. Are you gonna play Ultra Kill? Not today. Not today, no. Today's Improv Story Day. But today, like I said, Improv Story Day. But I am Little Red in case you're new here and or forgot the name of the channel that you clicked on. It's a bit concerning. I'm realizing now I did this bit yesterday. I was about to say you should go get that checked out, but I did this bit yesterday, so it wouldn't make sense to do it 2 days in a row. But also, I hope your day and week is going well, and if not, hopefully this stream will turn it all around. I have coffee. to keep me energized. I'm gonna try and finish this before the actual story. But I had a good day today. It was mostly uneventful. Not too much happened. I did today. It's starting to get colder out here in space. But today I had a moment where it's like this morning. I like looked out at the theater. I was like, I'm gonna be a tough guy today. I'm not gonna bring a coat. No, I'm just gonna wear a sweatshirt. Sweatshirt, no hat. Just put my hood up if I'm getting cold. Stick my hands in my pockets. Got my cats with me. Nice. Cats deserve to watch this stream. You know, everyone deserves to watch this stream. But anyway, back on topic. It's like I'm gonna be a tough guy. I'm gonna look cool, seem all edgy and awesome, and be a tough guy for once. Yeah. Don't do what I did. That's all I'll say. I was like, it's not that cold out here. I'm fine. Like, I went out, got the car, everything. Like, it's fine. I'll be fine. I'm not that cold. I went out and did school, left, was walking back to wait for my ride to come. And I was freezing. My face was numb. I will say I did find laying in the grass a pencil, which I did steal because that is a free pencil. And you find a pencil, you don't find a pencil in the grass every day. No, you want to take your free pencils when life gives you to them. It gives them to you. I messed up that line so much, but wear a coat, kids. Wear a coat. That's what I'm going to say. You want to take pencils and wear a coat. That is my advice for you today. My mocha is I said the thing? What thing? What thing did I say? Your nickname. Oh, pencils. Yep, pencil. I was like, what thing did I say? Oh no! Have I triggered some sleep agent or something? What's happened? Okay, yeah, my mocha's empty. But we also have ads right now, so it's just fine. We can run ads right before the story starts. I think it's a good idea. I'll just be up here as we wait for the ads to be over. And that way we're able to watch the stream adless and enjoy it. This stream is gonna be fun. I'll let everyone who is either subscribed to me on Twitch or, watching on YouTube. This is gonna be a fun one. It's got a little bit of a different vibe than the other ones. I hope it's gonna be fun. But it's more of like an Inception kind of vibe. If you ever seen that movie. That's the kind of feel we're going for here. Inception. Yes, that's what it's going to be like. I'm excited for it. It's an idea that I had recently in my recent times of being here at this place, at this theater. It's all nice and dandy here, and I had this idea. I thought, you know what, we'll do a story like that. I just gotta pad the runtime for another 10 seconds before ads are over. And ads are done. Wow, would you look at that? I know exactly what I was talking about for the majority of that time. And you didn't miss anything important if you were watching on Twitch. But I can greatly assure you, that's not a proper sentence. I can assure you, you probably didn't miss anything important. Let's get on with the story, shall we? Let's do it. I will dim the lights in the theater so it's all nice and dark and cozy. Grab yourself some popcorn, a blanket. Snuggle up to a loved one, all hang out and just be cozy in general. It's nice to be cozy. You should try it sometime. That's what I say. That's my advice to you. Try being cozy. Alright. Without further ado, how about we get right into the story? Ahem. So, this story starts at my house. I will say, I will start the day before this story happened, just so I can like set the scene a little bit. It was a normal day like any other. This one I got up from my bed, kind of groggy a little bit, but I'm ready for the day. I walked out into my living room and through that into my kitchen where I made myself some coffee. And I went and sat out my front porch and waited for some people to come help. Who needed my help, I suppose, not to come help. No one came and helped me. They came seeking help. And I got a cat stuck out of the tree, and I fixed a guy's dishwasher. Had a therapy session for a snail. All, the usual stuff. All the kind of usual stuff. Pretty boring day. And I went to bed that day thinking, man, today was boring. There's nothing really exciting happened today. I kind of miss not having an adventure. I mean, I know I complain about it all the time, but sometimes I just feel like having an adventure. It all depends on the day. And so I kind of started to close my eyes, and I did notice that there was like a spider up in the corner of my room. Just kind of, oh, hey, there's a spider. No. A little too tired to deal with that right now. And I sneezed very loudly. And with that sneeze, managed to flip myself onto my side and instantly fall asleep. That is my usual tradition of falling asleep. Just a very loud sneeze, followed by just sleep. That's how it works. That's how it always works. So I slept and I slept and I slept, and eventually I woke up to seeing the sun pouring through my window. Alright, fine. Another day. I wonder if today will be as boring as yesterday. And I got out of bed and went into the kitchen and made myself some coffee and went through the living room and out my front door and sat down on my front porch. And I sipped my coffee. And I kind of looked around and waited. And I waited and I waited. And yet, not a single soul came to my front door. Not one. Not even a dead soul. Like, not a ghost. Not even a ghost approached me. Now, I usually get like 1 or 2 ghosts a day, but this time it was all empty. And I was very confused, very perplexed. So I walked into town and all the streets were empty. There was no cars about, no one walking around. Just all seemed so peculiar. And I did see a little spider crawl across the street, but that was a minor thing. I didn't seem to notice anybody else. So I walked back home and kind of like went and knocked on my neighbor's front door. Just, hey! Yeah, is everything okay? I don't really see anybody around town. Is everything all right here? You know what's happening? There was no response. And I was like, okay. Everyone's missing from town. It's fine. I'm sure everything's just fine. Oh, who am I kidding? The entire town is empty. What am I talking about? Nothing's fine. Sorry, Mr. Neighbor. I hate to do this to your door. I don't really even know you very well, but... Ow! Oh, God! Oh, that really hurt. Oh, why'd I do that? Oh, I thought it'd be cool. I'm like, ram into the door. Oh, that just really hurt my shoulder. Oh, God. Oh, there's a key under the doormat. All right, I'll just stick that in there. And I bent over, like kind of slowly, and picked up the key with my hurt hand and stuck it in the keyhole. Just turned it and gently pushed open the door, kind of holding one arm. Just, Mr. Neighbor, I know I was just asking you about, like, if you're okay and everything, and then I tried to ram into your front door. But do you have any first aid? That's what I need more than anything else right now. There was no response. And I walked into the house, and there I saw him, laying in his bed, fast asleep. The door was wide open and everything. It was weird. And I was like, oh, he's just really sleepy. Excuse me, Mr. Neighbor, and I gently pat him on the face. I know it's a really rough time to approach you, but I'm really in a lot of pain right here. Excuse me, can you wake up? Hey, Mr. Mr. Neighbor? You're not dead, are you? I quickly, like, checked for his pulse, and just like, I don't feel any pulse. What is... Oh, wait, no, there it is. Never mind, I just don't know how to do this. I've never really done this before. Yeah, he's got a pulse. He's fine. He's just sleeping. Okay, well, I'll go see if the other Mr. Neighbor has any stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Neighbor 1. So I went over to Mr. Neighbor's 2 house, and I managed to also find the key underneath the door. I turned it open, stepped inside, still kind of holding my shoulder. Like, excuse me, Mr. Neighbor 2. And he was also sleeping. Or I did manage to find his first aid, which I did use a little bit and left a little thank you note next to it. And I began to walk around town and noticed that all the houses I peered into, every single person was sleeping. It made no sense. Why was everyone sleeping? And I began to look around frantically, like, why am I the only one awake? Why is everyone sleeping? What's the problem here? This isn't good at all. And so I began to, like, panic a little bit, freak out, and just like, this is like a big problem here. We gotta fix this somehow. And then I saw it. Another spider scurry across the ground. And I quickly bent over and just, excuse me, Mrs. Spider, do you happen to know why everyone here is sleeping? And the spider turned to me and looked up and just said, why, yes, I happen to know exactly why everyone's asleep. You know, I was about to say I'm surprised that you started talking, but I've met, like, 2 other talking spiders, a talking lemon, a talking snail, and I think a talking, like, marshmallow before. So I'm honestly not surprised at this point. It's just become natural for me. Oh yes, not all of the spiders talk, but few of us do indeed. Now listen, if you wish to know why everyone is fast asleep, then you must follow me. It is not safe here. Not safe. Not safe for what? Something. Did you just say that to be dramatic? A little bitch. Okay, well, ma'am, that's not very helpful, okay? Just, you know, point me in the direction where we gotta go. Oh yeah, it's over this way. Okay, thank you. And so I followed the spider into the woods and off on a little beaten path and through a little shrubbery. And then after I passed the shrubbery, I saw it. A great spider nest. There were a bunch of spiders here. Big ones, small ones, all kinds of spiders. But they were all sitting around in a circle, kind of mingling to themselves. And one of them looked up at me and just said, hey, who is this new guy? And he had a little cigar of, like, his own spider silk. I was like, I'm War Veteran Pig. I'm just here for everyone who's asleep. There's an issue. Everyone in the town is sleeping. Yeah, we know about it. We're trying to fix it right now. Janice! Why did you bring this buffoon into our little hut here? He can help us, Jeremy. Janice, we talked about this. We don't take help from outsiders. Yes, well, see, he's currently awake.
That is the one. If he's awake right now, that means he has a strong connection with dreams and is able to control them to an extent. I'm sorry, dreams? We're dealing with dreams here? And Janice the spider kind of turned around to me. Yes, Mr. War Veteran Pig, we have an extreme dream problem. You see, all the people down there are all trapped in their dreams. And we need you to go into the dreams to save them. Listen, I don't know if I'm entirely qualified for this. I've helped a lot of people, but I don't know how to enter people's dreams. Well, that's simple. We just lay a dream catcher on your forehead, do a little chant, and you go to sleep, and then wake up in people's dreams. That's it? Yes, well, we dream weavers must do it. I'm sorry, you're dream weavers? I thought you were a bunch of spiders. Well, yes, we are, but we are trained in the ways of dream weaving, you see. Because we are dream weavers, we weave dreams for people. I thought the Sandman made dreams. Well, yes, he used to, but then they realized that the number one cause of death at the time was because people got a lot of sand in their lungs because he just sprinkled sand on them. Which, that's not very healthy for you. And so, yeah, they stopped and they moved on to Dreamweavers. That makes sense. That was good. That was a good strategy on their part. I can't argue with that. Exactly. Well, we wish to have your help. You see, all the townsfolk, all your friends, they have become trapped in their dreams. Yeah, I already said that. Oh, yes, by the dream thief, we believe. Did he steal people's dreams? No, it's a common misconception. He steals during people's dreams. He steals during their sleep and stuff. So I think he casts the spell in hopes of putting everyone in eternal sleep. That's very evil. How dare he? Shouldn't we focus on finding him first? Oh, we Dreamweavers will handle that. But you should focus on waking up your fellow friends. I mean, I don't really know very many people in this town. I kind of half know everybody. I mean, my neighbors, I just call Mr. Neighbor 1 and Mr. Neighbor 2. In fact, I just learned today that Mr. Neighbor 2, in fact, isn't a Mr., so I'm going to call her Mrs. Neighbor 2 from here on out. Well, I guess then she'd be Mrs. Neighbor 1, and there'd be Mr. Neighbor 1, and then there'd be Mrs. Neighbor 1. But it makes them feel like they're together. Mr. War Veteran Pig, we implore you to just... We don't have time. That's what I'm trying to say. We gotta fix this. It's gonna be a problem. Right, sorry. So anything I should know about before going into these dreams? Yes, well, time moves differently in a dream, you see. How differently? Well, the further you go in, the faster time becomes. Really? No, I'm just making that up. That wouldn't make any sense at all. That's just a joke. I like to say that to people. Yeah, she's a jokester. Oh, okay, well, it doesn't make really any sense, but all right, I'll just lay down here, and you weave a dream catcher onto my forehead. Exactly, that's how we give people dreams. Well, how come I never notice that when I'm sleeping? If you like weaving dream catchers on my forehead. Well, you see, Mr. War Veteran Pig, you're asleep. You don't really notice us. That's a good point. I like your logic there. Okay, I'll lay down. And so I laid down. I laid down on like the little stone slab they had there. I closed my eyes. And I felt them weave a little dream catcher on my forehead and just chant the song. Dori Mara. Dori Mara. Dori Mara. Dori. And then it all cut out. And it was silent. And I opened my eyes, and I was no longer sitting there with all the spiders. I was in the middle of a hallway. And I looked around. It was like a weaving hallway. And I began to walk down this hallway, and as I walk, I began to spin upwards a little bit and turn around. It was like all a big spiral hallway. It didn't really make any sense. But I was walking, and just kind of called out eventually. Hello? Anybody? Anybody here? And there was a kind of like a little bit of a meek voice from the other side, just and a little head popped out of one of the doors. Just, who are you? I am Warburton Pig. I'm here to tell you that you're dreaming. Yeah, I mean, I know that. It's obvious. You don't think. How often do you usually see a spiral hallway? That's true. I haven't seen many of those these days. They're less common than they used to be. Yeah, they are. But listen, you're being trapped in this dream right now. It's like a really deep sleep, and you gotta get out of it. Well, how am I supposed to do that? Well, there are several ways. You could try, like, falling. Well, there's not really a way to fall here. I mean, it's like constantly spinning. I just like would end up on another platform. It's not any big space to fall. You know, that's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. Listen, sir. If I can find a way you know how this hall operates? You know why it's all spinning? Well, there's a gravitational lever in the other room. How do you know that? Well, you know, sometimes you know certain things in a dream that you wouldn't normally know otherwise, but, like, it just kind of makes sense to you. Ah, I understand. Which room is that? There would be the one down to the left over there. Ah, right, thank you. But you gotta watch out. There's the cave troll in front of it. A cave troll? What's you can... Why do you have a cave troll in the middle of a hotel hallway? Dreams, man. You gotta stop asking questions about dreams. Sorry. I walked down, and there he sat, the cave troll. And he looked at me, and I looked at him, and just said, "What's the password?" Password. Wrong. My date, what, do you know my date of birth? Is that the password? It could be. What do you mean it could be? I mean, it could be. I mean, I know the password, but I'm not telling you what it is. Okay, for a second I thought you were saying like, oh, it could be this. But I actually don't really know what the password is. I thought that's what you were saying. I got really confused for a second is all. You got confused about the password? Yeah, I got confused about the password. It was just, I'm sorry, Mr. Cave Troll. It's just really confusing. I don't understand passwords at all. Can you maybe explain them to me? Well, a password is something that I keep secret. And what's a good example of a password? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And is the password 1, 2, 3, 4? You tricked me into saying that, didn't you? Yes, I did, and I am proud of it. Now, can you please move out of the way so I'm able to get to that gravitational lever behind you? And the cave troll kind of hopped out of the way, and I went in and I pulled the lever, and so all the gravity shifted. This hallway stopped spiraling, but ended up straightening it out. But it somehow tipped on its side, and the man whose dream I was in was like just coming out in the hallway. It's like, hey, had it worked? Did he get it figured? Ah! And he fell. And I watched him fall until eventually he just suddenly poofed out of existence. And it's like, oh wait, I gotta mention, try and wake other people up if you can. And he's gone. I hope he actually managed to catch all that. Yeah, I don't think he did. So, what happens now? I mean, like, we're trapped in this dream. Do I, like, leave? How do I get out of here? Well, it'll collapse soon, and you in it. I'm sorry, what? Well, the dream will collapse. I mean, I got that part, but I'm gonna collapse with it? Well, yeah, you gotta get out of the dream somehow. How am I supposed to get out of the dream? I don't know, man. I'm just a dream cave troll. You can't ask me these kinds of questions. And luckily, though, a little hole in the wall opened up and a small spider came crawling out. Just, Mr. War Veteran Pig, over here, quickly! And I turned to look back up the hallway to see it kind of crumbling in on itself. I was like, oh god. And I quickly climbed up to the hole and somehow managed to squeeze through a tiny bit. I seemed to almost like shrink down. And I became so small and into the little frameworks of the wood. And I walked there with the spider. The spider was huge now, even bigger than me. I watched like, are we out of the dream? Yes, you are out of that dream, Mr. War-Veteran Pig. How are you here then? We're dream weavers. You can travel between dreams. That is our job, our point, to create dreams and travel between them. We have power over the dreams. So why don't you just wake people up? Because we're tiny spiders. We can't really do very much. It's true. Okay. So where's this next guy? Well, he should be up here somewhere. Here somewhere, so you don't know where he is. No, but I would say, mind your step. This place, these little floorboards are kind of unstable. I will be careful, don't you worry. Little old war veteran pig here knows exactly what he's doing at all times. Plus, even if I do fall, I have my old age technique. Old technique, is that what you meant? Old age old is potato. You're just saying that to sound less embarrassed. So that way you feel less embarrassed, aren't you, Mr. Warverner Pig? No. Where do you ever get that notion? No, I am constantly prepared for every possible situation, no matter what it is. And I have my age-old technique of yoga and falling. If I ever start falling, I just enter the crane pose and it slows down my fall. But the real trick is that I constantly have to be prepared for it, because otherwise, if I'm not prepared, then I won't be able to do it fast enough and I'll just land on the ground beneath me. Mr. Warburton Pig? Are you okay down there? Do it just fine. Don't you think I should have woken up from that? Well, no, you're traveling between dreams. You're kind of like one of us. You can fall and just be in a lot of pain and just wouldn't hurt you. Right, of course. Okay, great. That's great to know. Thank you for the information. Now, yeah, my back really hurts. And my shoulder now. Okay. So I kind of climbed up and got back up and realized I was no longer in the rafters. No. I was in the middle of a fairy forest. I landed on a giant mushroom, luckily. It could have been a lot worse. I was in the middle of a fairy forest. And there was a young girl standing in front of me. And she was like playing with the fairies and all that stuff. And it's just, oh, hello there. Welcome to the forest. The fairy forest. I truly do love it here. Listen, little girl, I know you love it here, but I gotta admit this to you. You're in an eternal sleep outside of this world. I'm here to help bring you home. Bring me home? But then I leave the fairies. Well, I know you leave the fairies, but it's better than being stuck in here. And the little girl kind of looked at me and then started to walk off with her fairy. Hey, get back here. I need you to help me with this. And, little girl, hey. Listen, whoever you are, I do not wish to return to the real world. I am more than content being here, in this world. Well, listen, you see, the problem is that none of this is real. It's not real. Yes, but the thing is, I will never be able to truly see a fairy if I'm out in the real world. Now, whatever gave you that notion? Well, there are no fairies. My mother told me so. Listen, I've seen plenty of fairies. To be fair, majority of them at the black market. But I have seen fairies. And the little girl kind of paused and turned to me really quickly. Just, you've seen fairies? Yes, I have. Like I said, at the black market, but I mean, it's probably not the best place. But I can show you some fairies. I can probably find the place for them. Well, if I decide to leave this dream, will you take me to see these fairies at the black market? Well, maybe not at the black market, but it's not really a place for children. Listen, mister. If I do not go to the black market, I will be very upset and will scream very loudly. And you will hear it for the entire world of this fairy kingdom. Now take me to the black market where I can see some fairies. Okay, I'll take you to the black market. Just don't buy anything. When you're there, when we go there, I just want to make that clear. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Veteran Pig. I will not buy anything without you knowing. And then she vanished into thin air, like as if she was already had control of the dream, but just was willing to stay. And she's like, oh, that's very nice to hear. Wait, what was that about not buying anything without me knowing? Did she say that? Yes, she did, Mr. Veteran Pig. Gee, you know, for being a giant spider, you're very good at sneaking up on people. Oh, thank you. That wasn't originally a compliment, but I'm glad you saw it as one. Okay, where's the nearest exit to this dream? Oh, it's just right over the hill. Right over the hill, got it. It's a pretty long distance to that hill. But you could climb on my back and we could ride there together. Well, I think I probably could make it. I began to see the forest kind of collapse behind me. You what? Never mind. I'm going to climb onto your back. Let's go. And I traveled with her. I climbed onto the spider's back and we traveled. We traveled as fast as we could. The forest was catching up with us. And eventually, she threw me off of her back. The forest was closing in. The collapsing forest is. Go, Mr. Veteran Pig. I will not be able to make it. You must go on without me. But it's right there. You don't have to have like a heroic moment. I know you like being dramatic, but go on without me. No, you're coming with. Okay, fine. And I kind of grabbed her by her foot and dragged her in through the little crack in the sky that was on the hill. And we passed through it. And then we're suddenly floating through space. I was very confused at the first moment, but then I saw it. A young man kind of floating around in his spacesuit off in the distance, like, that must be the dreamer. That's him over there. And we began to float towards him very slowly. I was like, I wonder if he's having a nice time in this dream. You know, space is all quiet and peaceful, and it's all nice. And then as we began to approach, we realized that he was not having a nice time. In fact, the complete opposite. As we approached, we kind of just saw him float by and just... Now, something tells me this guy's gonna be pretty reluctant to leave this dream. Excuse me? Oh my god, it's space! Yes, sir, it is space. Excuse me. You're in a dream. I'm dreaming? I'm not actually in space? No, sir, you are not actually in space. We can assure you that. Can you maybe find a way, like a way to get out of this dream? Well, I'd love to leave, but I'm just kind of like too terrified to. You're too terrified to leave? Yes. Is that a thing? Yes. I'm experiencing it right now. Okay, I guess you're too terrified to leave. All right. So, anyway, we can help you, get over this fear of space. Well, you could tell me something nice about space, but I really just don't like it. It's all floaty and it's scary. It's empty. Yeah, I know it's floaty and scary and empty, but listen, look at all the stars. It's really beautiful as well. Isn't that so nice? Yeah, I guess, but still floaty and scary. Okay, if it makes you feel any better, you're never gonna go to space. It won't be a problem for you. Just because you're afraid of it doesn't mean that you're actually gonna experience it. I'm sure you'll be just fine. You know what? You're right. I won't ever go to space. I will be just fine. Thank you. Are you gonna leave? Or I was hoping that would actually bring me out, but I don't know. Oh, for goodness sake. Okay, yeah, I got another strategy. I just removed his helmet and it like popped it off and just and it poofed. Like, all right. That was a little darker than I was hoping for, but it all worked out. Mr. Spider Lady? Yes? Who else do we have left? Well, all your friends have really kind of woken up the rest of the townsfolk, luckily. But we have one minor thing left. And that is the Dream Thief himself. He's trapped in a dream. Yes, he is. And it's over there. Just over there. And there's like a door kind of floating in space. And we slowly approached it and turned the knob. And opened it very slowly. And we stepped into a museum. A very large museum. And there seemed to be like all kinds of jewels and things. But all the display cases were mostly empty. I followed the trail of just empty display cases and eventually saw a guy kind of just sitting there with a giant sack over his back. And he turned to us very quickly and just said, who are you? I'm War Veteran Pig. This is, what's your name again? This is Giant Spider Lady. I think I've forgotten her name already. I'm gonna call you Matilda. Is that alright? That's just fine. Spiders don't really care for names very much. We change them all the time. Sometimes we just call them each other different things for fun. Yeah, this is Matilda, and you're the Dream Thief. The guy who steals people's dreams, right? No, just a common misconception. I hate when people say that all the time. That's all they ever hear. You steal people's dreams. Steal dream this, steal dream that. No, I steal during your dreams while you're sleeping. God. Okay, sorry, man. I didn't mean to really get on your nerves there. It's fine. I just get tired of it, hearing it constantly, but... what do you want? No, you're here in my dream. What is it? Well, we hear you're trapped in this dream. I am. Well, my friend here is a giant dream spider, and I know you cast a spell. You cast a very powerful spell. I assume that spell backfired and put you into a deep sleep as well. Yes, it did. Well, do you happen to know the counter spell to that spell to help wake you up? Well, I do, but the one problem is that I don't have any power in the dreams. Interesting. And I kind of stroked my chin a little bit, like trying to stroke your beard or something. What are you doing? Don't be sassy to me, mister. You're trapped in the dream. You know what? I've been traveling to all the different dreams, helping the people you trapped. Meaning that me and my big spider friend Matilda over here, we got power. We have dream power. We can get you out of this here dream. You're being serious? Oh, I'm being dead serious. We can help you with everything you need. Any of your problems just whisk away in a second. But there's going to be a catch, isn't there? Oh, nothing major. I just simply wish for you to stop stealing from people in their dreams. That's bad. Don't steal stuff during people's dreams. Try and live an honest life. But stealing is fun. I don't care if stealing's fun. Don't do it. It's bad. All right, fine. You have a deal. All right, great. And, okay. What's the counterspell? Well, I kind of just gotta lay down here, and then we gotta draw a reverse, a reverse dream catcher on my head. What's a reverse dream catcher? I know what that is. This is a dream catcher that's upside down. Ah, great. And then I'll be whisked away and woken up. Okay, we can do that. All right, lay down. I'm laying. And I kind of like pick a little Sharpie from my pocket and do a reverse dream catcher on his forehead. And any chant we gotta do? Just the Arimara one again. Arimara, 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 Arimara. Oh! And he's gone. Just like that. That's so simple. Wow. I never expected it to be that easy. That's cool. That's truly something. You know what? That's cool. That was cool. Now, how do I leave the dream? How do I leave this dream? Well, it's simply over there. There's a door and another door. And I walked out of it as the museum was collapsing behind me. And we stepped out into my own house. And I sat down on the couch. Just, I know I'm still currently in a dream, but I think we can wake me up now. I think I'll be okay. Why am I not waking up? Well, you see, Mr. Wolverton Pig, you are stuck in your own dream. I'm sorry, what? This whole thing, it's been a dream. I'm sorry, what? This whole thing, did not actually help those people? Oh no, you did. They were just such a deep sleep that they couldn't wake up from the dream. You helped them escape from that deeper sleep. They were dreaming within their dreams. Now you've helped them escape that to a point that they're actually just normally dreaming, and then can be woken up from there to actually just wake up normally. But I'm also stuck in. I was affected by this spell, wasn't I? Yes, you were. When did this happen? Well, do you remember what you did yesterday? Well, yeah, I got up out of my bed, walked through my living room to my kitchen, made myself some coffee, went on sat on my front porch. Yes, and today, well, I got out of bed. I walked into my kitchen, made myself some coffee, through the living room and out the front door, and sat on the front porch. It was a fake house. It was a dream house, wasn't it? Yes, it was. So, how am I meant to leave this dream? What am I supposed to do? Well, everyone else is kind of huddled around your bed now in reality, including us as the spiders, as you lay there. Still kind of unconscious. They're trying to wake you up, but it's up to your own means to leave. You must find your own way. So I gotta there's gotta be some trick to it. Really, I can't be here much longer. I gotta live life. I don't want to be trapped in my own dream. Whereas there's a very simple way to do that. So you see that cliff over there? Well, no, actually. No, I lied. That's not the way. Yeah, he told me I couldn't jump off, fall, and wake up in my dreams. I'm that deep into a dream. Well, there's one other way. I may become trapped in the dreams, but I could grant some of my power to you. You're willing to do that? Pass your power on to me, but you already become trapped here? Well, actually, I don't think I would. I think I'd just become a normal dreamer. Yeah, I don't think you become trapped at all. I think it'll be just fine. Oh yeah, then that's a lot less dramatic than I thought it was going to be. Okay, we'll do that then. And so she touched her little spider finger onto my head, and I just kind of stood there. Oh my gosh, I can see all the possible dreams. Every dream everyone's having, and oh, that's something. You gotta live with this? You gotta view this all the time? Well, you can filter through them eventually, but yeah, at the start, you see all of them. Wow. That's wow. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna leave my dream world now so I can stop seeing that. Oh, you'll still see it in the back of your mind all the time. But like I said, you'll filter it out later. Ah, got it. Okay. Yep. Okay. Waking up now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all your help. Oh, it's no problem, Mr. Wolf and Pig. Thank you for saving your fellow friends. And I woke up like I felt the world collapse around me in my dream and suddenly woke up in bed. I'm alive! And everyone around me cheered in joy. Everyone is so happy to see me well and okay. And it's just great because I felt alive. It's just wonderful, wonderful to be alive. It's just, hey, woman, Pig's awake. Yeah, you saved the town. Ah, guys. Thank you so much. I feel very well rested. I'm ready to have like a nice day today. Nice relaxing day. Where'd that dream thief go? Oh, yeah. He didn't exactly stick to his word in the dream. He tried to steal from us anyway, but we all managed to gang up on him. He's all tied up over there. And I looked over and saw the dream thief just kind of hi, how you doing? Sorry. Didn't really say what I was going to do. Yeah. This will be a lesson to you. And so from that day forth, I became one of the dream weavers, sneaking into people's houses and drawing little dream catchers on their forehead in Sharpie. And though I did learn to filter out the dreams, it was still nice to look at some of them and see all the happy dreams that some people would have, either about each other or just in general. It was all quite nice. And we all lived happily ever after. The end. I like that one. That was a fun one. I think the in-between bits could have had a little more work. I think it could have done a little more there. But I still think that was fun. I still enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. That's what I will say. I will say that today, and I will be honest about it. I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was fun. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you for watching my stream, this stream, the stream that is the stream you watched today. This one, this very one. Yes, yes. Yes, indeed. I really enjoyed having you all here, having you all watch. And, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just like rambling a little bit. I also have our usual, in case you want to submit your own improv story prompts, you can do that via that form right there. It can be as long or short as humanly possible, however you want to do it. That is up to you. You can be anonymous if you want as well. You don't have to share your name. It's all nice and dandy, I see. So, like I said, thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in and watching the stream that is today. We might end up rating someone on Twitch depending on who's live. Let us see. Let's raid Bunny Junior. That's like a smaller VTuber I've seen around, and I think she's a cool VTuber. So I think let's raid her. Why not? Let's do that. That sounds fun. We can do that. All right. I will start raid. Start. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the stream and hanging out with me today. It was really fun to be here and to do this and to watch.
and to tell the story. We'll be back tomorrow with not tomorrow, next Friday. Sorry, I'm bumbling over my words. Friday, back with more games, back with some indie games, which I'm excited for. But until then, I'm head back out to space. If you're in space, I'll see you there. And if not, then I won't. And I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye!